earth is the Lord's and everything in it. These words from Psalm chapter 24 remind us that caring for our planet is not just a political or environmental issue, it's a moral and spiritual one. In this film, we explore how people of faith are taking real action on climate change, guided by their beliefs and driven by hope.
Caring about climate is entirely consistent with who we are as Christians. But over the last several decades, we have increasingly begun to confound our politics with our faith, to the point where instead of our faith dictating our attitudes on political and social issues, we are instead allowing our political party to dictate our attitude on issues that are clearly consistent with who we are.
For many people of faith, caring for creation is a moral responsibility. But when it comes to climate change, political divisions often stand in the way. Some religious leaders speak out, organizing prayers, marches, and calls for action. Others remain silent, influenced by political loyalties. Yet across traditions, faith continues to inspire efforts to protect the earth for future generations.
Number one, if you take conservative Protestants and you ask them what they think about climate change, but you control for age, for conservatism, and for political party affiliation, then the bias drops out. That's what is accounting for conservative Protestants thinking climate change isn't real. It's our political affiliation. If you really dig down to the bottom of people's objections to climate change, they're not based on the science, they're based on the solutions.
When faith communities step into the climate debate, it's not just about science, it's about values. For many, caring for the earth is a sacred duty that rises above politics. Their actions, like supporting clean energy, sustainable farming, and local resilience, show that faith can be a powerful force for real-world change.
From the dusty mesa, her looming shadow grows, hidden in the branches of the poison creosote. She twines her spines up slowly towards the boiling sun, and when I touched her skin, my fingers ran with blood.
Trying to get people to understand that rich governments and big polluters in the world need to do more to support the communities in the world that are suffering from the worst impacts of climate change, especially since they've done the least to cause it. So this campaign is called Make Polluters Pay, and it's about paying up for the loss and damage that's suffered in these other communities in the world. Buddhists in our network talk about their belief in the interconnectedness of all life. The Hindu-based traditions talk about non-violence. The Muslims will talk about the need to respect balance or mizan in creation, or khilafah, the trusteeship of God's creation. The Christians will talk about good stewardship. The Jews will talk about tikkun olam, or the need to repair the world. And lots of pagans in our network will basically worship nature. When everyone comes together and shares these different teachings, they realize that even though we come from quite different backgrounds, we do have a common purpose. One quote that I've come across in my line of work really inspires me. It's from Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, who was an American rabbi who actually supported the civil rights movement there. He marched alongside Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. So this in itself is a beautiful example of interfaith friendship. But what Rabbi Heschel said, and he was talking in the context of racism and the Holocaust, was few are guilty, but all are responsible. And I think that is the way we need to think of what we can do in the climate crisis as well. We all have a role to play.
It's everyone's responsibility to look after the planet. And we each can do it in our own individual lives and our own actions. But also it's really important to recognise that governments and companies which have larger power have a larger responsibility. They're global and international. They're big organisations with lots of power. And they can change the structures of our whole world.
I think working with other faiths is a fantastic way of bringing people together in a neutral space for many people. We come from all walks of life. We may believe different things. We may feel, follow different deities, but actually at the heart of it, we believe in some very fundamental principles.